It's Easy English with Colleen. And I got this idea because I was just messing around with this AI generation tool online, and I just started putting in baby Trump kind of ideas. And I thought, well, let's just have some fun and generate some images and talk about some of the words, phrases, and acronyms that have become associated with Donald Trump, bigly. So here we go. I'll try to give them some context and explain a little bit about them. So here's my first AI generated image of baby Trump. Yeah. So let's have a look at this. Got the hair right. He's dressed in a suit. Well, yeah. AI seems to have a trouble with hands. And look closer, feet. Yeah. What do you see? One hand has 5 fingers and one has 4. And you look at the feet, and one foot has, well, it has 5 toes, but the second one is really fat. And then the other foot, alas, second toe has just gone missing. So here they are. I tried many times to get proper images, but this is all I could manage to generate. So here they are with all of their weird mistakes. Sometimes called hallucinations when AI just says something really strange. So I don't know if there's a special word for image flaws, but yeah, I'll look that up later. Yeah, well, the big thing about Trump, the big expression is fake news. I mean, he's been saying this forever, and he said it thousands and thousands of times. And I mean, I read one report in 2020 that said he said it 2,000 times. So add 5 years to that, and I'm sure it's in the tens of thousands by now. So he's made this phrase really popular. People say fake news, fake news. So fake, of course, means that it's not real, it's not true. It's basically it's a lie. But I guess we, in this crazy world, we have to invent new words for lie. This is one of them, fake news. Yeah, another one that I really can't stand is the expression gaslighting. Yeah, the liberals are more fond of that one, but Trump usually says fake news when he wants to say, no, it's a lie. It's news that you just made up. Okay, let's count the digits on his hand. Okay, he's got 5 fingers this time. Well done. Bigly. All right, he was in a debate and he was saying, I'm going to drop taxes bigly and you're going to raise taxes bigly. So when he does things like this, he usually spreads his arms out. Yeah, let's take a look at those arms and the little hands attached to them. Yeah, first one has 5 digits, 5 fingers, but the next one, oh, it's got a finger growing out of his ring finger. So there you go. AI messed up again. Some people claim that when he said bigly, that he was saying big league, like the big league, baseball. What would you call it? Franchise, or But I mean, you can't say I'm going to raise taxes big league. That actually doesn't. That's not English. It doesn't make sense. And he said this many times, so it's well documented that he uses the word bigly to mean in a big way. So he's just made up his own adverb there. It's definitely not English, and please don't use this word. Taco. Okay, this is the best that AI could generate of Trump eating a taco. And again, let's count the fingers. I'm seeing 3 fingers there on one hand, 4 on the other. So people now have started using this since all the trade wars, with Canada and Brazil and whomever. Taco. It's an acronym, and it stands for Trump always chickens out. So he makes these big statements. I'm going to slap 50% tariffs in Canada on their lumber, on their milk, blah, 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 blah. And then he chickens out in the end. So this has become a word. So if you hear people talking about Trump and tacos, it's not referring to food. It's an acronym. Hoax. This is a big popular word for Trump. Everything is a hoax. Means it's a story that's made up to fool people. And supposedly gullible people will fall for it. But he's trying to say, no, it's a hoax. You're not gullible. Be sensible. Don't fall for this hoax. Let's look at the fingers again. Oh, man. Where did that index finger go? Is it tucked between the other two? I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Okay, conspiracy theory, or baby Trump looks all grown up in this picture. So, conspiracy theory. Oh, this is such a popular term now. On both sides, Republicans, Democrats, they all talk about this. Conspiracy theories, which means people get together and they have this idea that something is happening and it's something true, even though it's a bit weird, it is true. So the other side will say, no, it's not true. That's a conspiracy theory, which really suggests that the people who get together and develop this theory are all a bit crackers. They're a bit nutso. They're a bunch of nut bars. They just have these wild ideas, and then they spread them around on social media, and people believe it, but it's got no basis in fact. Some people say it's a conspiracy theory. So this is very, very popular term in American politics today. Witch hunt. Okay, here's a little witchy baby Trump. Let's count the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, we've got an extra one now. And the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumb looks a bit weird. So here's our little witchy Trump. Anytime that people are saying something bad about him, he will say that it's a witch hunt. So, like in in America in the past, they would say that somebody was a witch, and they might be hung or put on trial. But of course, in modern times, we don't believe in witches, so we know that was just these people were deluded. So he uses this term to dismiss anything bad that people are saying. They say, oh, they're going after me. It's a witch hunt. Drain the swamp. So here he is in the swamp with all his weird swamp creatures. This was a very popular term that he used in his first election campaign, and people would chant, drain the swamp, drain the swamp. And what that means is in the government in Washington, D.C., so this would be the House and the Senate, that is full of people who are really corrupt. And so all of that yucky business, all of that corruption, he uses a metaphor of a swamp because the swamp is really nasty and stinky and full of slimy things. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all of that water out of the swamp, and then it's going to be beautiful again. Beautiful. Like the big, beautiful bill. So you still hear people talking about draining the swamp. So this was not really used a lot as a metaphor before Trump, but now it's very common. Drill, baby, drill. Okay. Trump has always been pro-fracking, pro-oil exploration drilling. So this is his expression. He uses drill, baby, drill. So you go get that oil, make America great again, make us rich. So this is, it started way back with, what's her name, Sarah Palin. And she was supporting Tea Party stuff and all of that years ago. Yeah, so he still uses this phrase, drill, baby, drill, just to show that he supports that kind of thing. Here's the AI answer to drill, baby, drill. You see an oil derrick there in the background. And there's little baby Trump. I don't know, his hands are looking weird. Definitely just has the 4 fingers, and it's not quite on that shift stick, whatever that's meant to be doing. I don't know, but yeah. And his hard hat looks strange. It's got a weird bump on it. So there he is. There's little baby Trump working in the oil fields. Believe me. So, oh my God. Where's the finger? It's just gone. Believe me. He always says, believe me, when he's talking. He make a statement that says, believe me, blah, 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 blah. Believe me, blah, blah, blah. Believe me. He uses this constantly. And it seems psychologists note that this is often used by narcissists, people who are, lying. They will just say, believe me all the time. So it's actually a clue that, as Shakespeare said, he doth protest too much. If he keeps saying, believe me, believe me, believe me all the time, he's probably lying. Now that missing finger is freaking me out. I think I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay. Make America great again. Of course, this is his big expression. It sort of summed up his whole campaign. This is his first and foremost what he's going to be doing. His main focus is to make America great again, which I guess for him is to return to some paradisal past. What would that be? Maybe the 50s? I don't know. When America was great. And the acronym for this is MAGA, M-A-G-A. So usually the big red hats, they say mega. This is what AI kept generating. It just wouldn't give me a MAGA hat. I don't know. Maybe there's some copyright thing about that. I don't know. But here's little baby Trump. It looks like he's got some weird combination of Russian and English letters on his hat. There is the word great again, or kind of. Maybe that's not a G, it's a Q. I don't know. Trumica, great again. So that's what it gave me. So explain that if you can. I don't know. That looks really weird and was not what I asked for. So I tried another acronym as well, and this is what I got. Make America Healthy Again. So explain to me what is written on his shirt and his hat. I mean, I just have no idea. It's just a AI slop, really. But there he is in his little hat. This time it's blue for some reason. Make America Healthy Again. So this expression came about here in the 47th presidency that we're experiencing, I guess would be a polite word to say, now. And the acronym for that is MAHA, MAHA. And so this is after Robert Kennedy Jr. took over All Matters Health and starts talking about vaccines and autism and taking dyes out of food. I mean, it's quite controversial, in fact. I mean, we all know that American food has many, many additives approved by the FDA that are not allowed, say, in Canada or Europe. They're banned, in fact. So they're trying to solve that problem, I guess. But then they're also saying things like, oh, autism is increasing by leaps and bounds, so it's got to be a problem with the environment or food or something or vaccines. But in this case, I've listened to experts who've said that, in fact, the diagnostic manual has actually broadened the definition of autism to include people who are very high functioning, people who have what used to be called Asperger's. Greta Thunberg is apparently, has this problem. My husband had Asperger's. So now the definition of autism is much broader than before. So, of course, there are many more people who are being diagnosed and diagnosed even later in life. So, there we go. That's a bunch of words, phrases, and acronyms that exist today largely because of the Donald. Hope you enjoyed it. This is the end.